is truly nature heaven. For my second photography trip of the year, I wanted to try a new location. I usually make my way to Zion around this time of the year, but I decided to venture out to Moab instead. I have visited Moab many times before, but only for hiking and sightseeing, so I was very much excited to explore this land in hopes of capturing some fantastic canyons, mountains, and desert scenery.
Well, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to Moab, welcome to Utah, and more specifically, welcome to Arches National Park. And if you can see the views behind me, it is just breathtaking here. Absolutely fantastic. It's my second day here, and well, I haven't had very much luck in terms of photography so far. But I'm hoping that today that changes. It's the first day that I've decided to start recording some video, and what I've done is I missed my alarm by about 2 hours, so scrapped the sunrise plan for today, and I decided that before I go to my sunset location, which is in Canyonlands National Park, I decided to come to Arches National Park and scout some locations for tomorrow's sunrise. And I have stumbled upon a really, really special location. So what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna grab my camera and I'm gonna start basically exploring different locations here of this area, and I'm gonna record them, save them, and tomorrow for sunrise, this is where I'm going to come. All right, so I think that's enough location scouting here, and I'm pretty happy with the 3 different compositions that I've recorded on my phone for tomorrow morning. You know, lately I haven't really been into those big fiery skies, but I hope tomorrow that we get some nice patches of cloud that result in those fiery skies, because colorful skies and that location would work very, very well together. So we'll see what tomorrow morning has in store for us, but now it's time to head to Canyonlands National Park for sunset. So next time you see me, we'll be in Canyonlands, still part of the same video, so we're moving around quite a bit in this video, which is good. Gotta take advantage of our time here in Moab. So after a couple days of hecticness and running around here in Moab, it feels really good to have found a composition here for sunset, and everything is just coming together. It's these moments that put everything into perspective. The running around and the traveling and the jet lag and the nights of no sleep and endless driving. For moments like these, it all comes together. I was So when I arrived here at Canyonlands, I had many questions about where I was going to photograph sunset. And I started hiking a couple different trails, and I soon realized that I knew where I wanted to come, and I had to come here and just set up and wait for the light, because the clouds are still going. And I can tell you, it's about 2 hours before sunset, but I think I already have a keeper for this evening. And the reason why is we have these sun rays that are starting to peek through the horizon, and it just looks fantastic. I'm at a 16:9 crop and got my 24-70 lens. I thought I was going to be just using my 70-200 here, but 24-70 has been doing me just right. So 24-70 lens and f11 and sun rays and this amazing, gorgeous, fantastic view. Yeah, lovely. So, since we have that image now in the can, as they say, I'm exploring a little more, and decided to venture a little further from where I was originally, and where I got that sun ray composition, which I'm very happy with. But I just wanted to see if there's room for a second perspective. So I've slightly moved locations, and I'm gonna just grab my camera and just move around and see if the composition is better from this location. So I found another location, and the perspective changes slightly. This curve in the canyon and the Green River as well is a little more evident from this position. I think, so when I first got to the park, I went to the main visitor center, and I went inside and I saw this painting, and I'm pretty sure the painting that I saw was from somewhere around this location, because the perspective is very similar. I fell in love with the painting, and I scrapped the idea on where I was going to go for sunset, and I wanted to come here to this area instead. And man, it's definitely not disappointing. These views are just amazing. Look at that. Yeah, just really fantastic, and there's nothing wrong with going for the grand picture, the grand vista image. There's nothing wrong with it. When it looks like this, when you have conditions like this, go for it. So I may stay put here until we catch some color in the sky. A 1,000 words and 1,000 lies is moving again. And I tell you why. Because I realized that from where I was, right there, I wasn't getting the best perspective of the potential light we could have. So I'm moving slightly back to where I was before, and I'm hoping to get a better perspective of the overall light and color in the sky. That's gonna happen here in just a few minutes. But what I'm gonna do now is try not to fall off this cliff. So I'm gonna stop recording. So what I'll probably do is take this image here in just a moment and then move back to the location that I was before and probably just end things there. But I'm gonna walk you through my composition from here real quick before I snap the picture. And I'm at f11, ISO 100, and I took the polarizer off because it just wasn't needed for this scene, and now I just have a 3-stop soft edge grad. So yeah, gonna go ahead and probably take the image in, I would say probably less than a minute, and then move from this location on to where I was before. Overall though, the scene, the view, the conditions, all fantastic. All of this running, all of this traveling, all the driving, it all culminates with this. This is the goal. And I gotta tell you, some fantastic looking skies tonight. This is gonna be the final composition of this evening, but what an evening it's been. Truly, truly magical. Basically, I've set up my final composition here in this location. I'm not far away from the main observation point because I've got a nice angle of the canyons and the river and this fantastic pink-orange color in the sky right now. So really, really simple overall though. 16:9 crop and f11, and still have my 3-stop soft edge grad that is just bringing down the highlights and the color. And yeah, it's looking fantastic. This is the image I had in mind when I even thought about coming to Moab this year. So I hope you enjoy it. Well guys, I'm heading back to the car now, and what an evening, what a special evening. That color was just fantastic. I gotta tell you, yeah, that was pretty awesome. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please subscribe if you're watching for the first time and tuning into the channel. Subscribing just really helps the channel grow, and yeah, hopefully you found this one to be somewhat inspiring and maybe a little entertaining, but plenty more to come from Moab. And thank you once again for tuning in to the video, watching the whole thing. For those of you who have, even more thank you. But yeah, from Moab, plenty more content to come. We will catch you next week, everybody. Take care.